Hello. Okay, there. So we were watching, well, Dustin was watching a video of your friend who is an intuitive, I guess. And I told him, I don't want to see the video at all. I just want to know who it is that he's connecting with during the video and what questions he might be asking so that I could get my own answers and see where it falls in it. Okay, so I have no clue what the answers were. All I know is that they connected with your brother, your dad, your uncle, your daughter, and his dad. Okay, so that's what I'm basing it off of. So let's see what we get for you. Okay. I'm the type that likes to be tested. So I don't like to be given answers. I don't like to know anything about you ahead of time. But right off the bat, I can tell you that you've been dealing with a lot of anxiety lately about a potential betrayal that you felt. So we'll look into that in a second, but this could be like a deceit to self. It could also be a deceit to somebody else, but it does look like it does have to do with a project that was being worked on very slowly and like the action that was being taken towards it. Okay, but I'm just going to leave that at that for now. And first we're going to tap in with your brother. There's your brother. So it looks like he's somebody that felt very battled and bruised and battered and bruised. He was trying to leave behind an emotional impact or an emotional tie that he could it was no longer serving him. It does look like he was somebody that had a lot of melancholy or depression, like attached to things. He felt like he was having to give up too much for himself to be able to have a union. What else? Yeah, he had a lot of responsibilities that he felt very overwhelmed with. I am seeing the colors blue, orange, purple as the primary colors here. What is the shadow that the brother was dealing with? Stagnation. Movement, even if slow, is progress. And then we also have resistance. Go with the flow and be open to life's changes. And then we also have two more. Insecurity. Your worth is intrinsic and unchanging. And then we have betrayal. That's that deceit. Healing begins with acceptance and forgiveness. Okay. So let's see if your brother can tell you any message currently. What it would be. If your brother could tell you any message, what would it be? Father wounds. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges and connecting with the divine masculine energy within me and externally. Okay. So that tells me a lot right there. So your brother was affected by your relationship with your father, and that's what caused this other chaos to happen. Now let's see what we can get. I'm just doing a brief one for each of these people that were mentioned, and then I'll do a full reading for yourself, okay? Just see what comes out there. Just to get all areas covered real quick, as quick as possible. So now we've got your dad. So what's going on with her dad? There was a lot of conflict that needs to be resolved. It has to do with him feeling like a coward, or him being very insecure about himself. Again, we've got the colors orange, yellow, and red. Tell me about her dad. He felt like he was doing a lot of work with not a lot of pay. He was trying to really invest into things, but he was affected by a lot of devil energy. So there was some type of addiction or some type of devil energy that was affecting him. This could be material needs, this could be financial needs, this could be substance abuse, like it could be anything along those lines that are just that devil energy that causes you to act out of character. And then we've got him trying to avoid tower moment, which is interesting. So he did avoid a big tower moment because he eventually found his strength, but it was with a broken heart still. So tell me about this tower moment that he avoided. So he actually may have stopped being greedy, or he began being greedy to try to avoid this tower moment. He started focusing on his own self and like what he was doing wrong with his finances or with his ability to be financially stable. But something was said that couldn't be returned. Something was said that was beyond repair. So he emotionally hurt somebody along this way. What shadows was he working with? What shadows was her dad working with? So for him, we have fear. Face your darkness. It's the only way to find the guiding light. And then we have avoidance. Face what you fear. For avoidance is but a temporary refuge. And then we have distrust. Faith in oneself can rebuild trust in others. So if he was somebody that was very avoidant, very distrustful, it's because he didn't trust himself first. And that's going to definitely get in the way of that. And that's where this, whatever he said that was irreparable came in. And that's also where he took that more greedy option to try to avoid that tower moment. Because of his devil energy that he was feeling or facing. So now we're going to move on to, actually, let's see if your dad could tell you anything. What would it be? Finding myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space. So now let's move on to the uncle. Sorry if I'm going through these at a pace that you feel like is not empathetic or compassionate, but I'm just doing it at the pace that it's asking me to do. So I feel like you've already heard a lot of information about these types of things, and you just need a summary right now. You just need something that can be quick and straight to the point. So that's what I'm trying to provide for you. So with your uncle, he definitely has had some type of impact about the things that he said or the things that were very mean to you. Something happened along the way that he said that he should not have said, and he's taking it back entirely now that he's been enlightened. What does the uncle want to tell her? Or show her? Yeah, tell her. It's time that you learn how to move in a righteous direction that he was not able to do. So he might be struggling with the same types of afflictions that you had, but it's time that you do what he was not capable of doing, but he was trying to do at some point. Okay? What else does he want her to know about their connection? Yeah, he was just trying to figure out a way of finding balance with himself and finding his confidence again. But at the same time, we have over here that he did it in a way that was not kosher. It was not a way that he should have been moving. So he took a different approach to things so that he could accomplish that on his own right. I don't feel like it was an approach that was very healing for anybody, though. So what shadows was he dealing with? Ego. Yep. That says it. Beyond the facade of ego, it lies the depth of true character. That's what he needs to know. That's what he should have learned. Not sure if he really learned it, though. So if he could tell you anything, what would it be? I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Okay. Colors for him. We also have Unblock Me at the bottom of the deck, but if you haven't blocked, I'm not sure if you really want to hear that, so I'm just not going to read it out loud, but you got the message. On the bottom of the deck, I've got blue, purple, orange, and yellow also. So this is a lot of sacral energy, a lot of solar plexus energy, crown chakra energy, and throat energy. So this is somebody that's needing, all of these people so far have been needing to tap in with their spiritual self, needing to learn how to communicate properly, needing to learn how to tap into their confidence, and also needing to learn how to connect with others. It's a pretty common theme with each of these so far. Okay. So now let's see. Next we have your daughter. Your daughter literally sees you still as a family. That is so happy. Ah, sorry, I dropped it. Hold up. She sees you as somebody and a family. Look at that. I'm so happy. This is the most abundant card, so she's blessed still. She's so blessed still. She understands that there was a little bit too much work that needed to happen, and it wasn't possible at the time. I'm not sure where your daughter's at right now, but it does seem like she understands whatever had to happen. I'll put it that way. Let's see what shadows she might be holding. Numbness. So this might be actually you also feeling numbness. To feel pain is to be alive and human. Which also means that if she's not currently alive, then she's numb. She doesn't feel any pain. There's no pain. Because she's not alive and human. And if she is alive and human, then it's also letting you know that if she's feeling pain, it's okay. Because she understands that she's alive and human. And that's a beautiful thing. So if she could tell you anything, you're so smart, run away, and I think one more flipped. Hold up. My fantasy. You're my fantasy. I have pictures of you and that are saved of you, and you inspire me. And then we have run away. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. And then we have you're so smart. Your intellect really is amazing. You're so smart, and I enjoy our conversations. So if you're talking to her a lot, she loves it. She loves it so much. And then the last one, I know this is like a super quick reading, but it's what wants to come out, you know. But if you want to go in more depth, we most certainly can anytime. But this last one is about your husband's side. Or Dustin's side. So, in order for him to go on his journey, he had to give up himself as an emperor. He was too domineering. He was too dominant. He was requesting too much, and he had to go away on his own. And he knew that. He knew that. He had to go try to work on himself. So what would he say? For him, we've got green, orange, blue, and yellow. So what would he say if he had to have any shadow? What was his shadow? Neglect. Tend to your inner garden and it will flourish. Any other shadow for you, Dad? Desire. Harness its power to manifest dreams and not delusions. And then what would he have to say to anybody involved? What would Dad have to say to anybody involved? Focused on money. Still listening, and you're my soulmate. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together eventually. I listen to the music you've shared with me. It helps me to connect with you, although we are apart. And focused on money. I'm currently focusing on my career and finances. My main priority is financial stability. Okay. And then I'm going to do one quick one to see what you, as the viewer, needs to know as a healing aid, as something that just will help you heal through whatever you're going through. It's going to be basically an affirmation for healing for the viewer. Positive thinking. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being, and I find serenity. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got me. I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to honor and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. Okay. I hope this was helpful. Let me know. Bye. And nice meeting you.